It's the NFL.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll go Madison up the middle. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold.
Touchdown! Justin Jefferson. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Vikings put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 17 carries, 91 yards. And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. This defense for the Vikings, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
In today's NFL, when you talk about goals for defenses, and you think that maybe you'd like to hold them under 14 points or so, we think our offense can usually get 17 to 20, so that's a reasonable goal. But when you hold a team under 100 yards of total offense, you're going to win 99 times out of 100. And the one game you lose, you'll know who to blame.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Alexander Madison leading this Vikings offense out there to begin the next drive. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they were throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
Well, they'll get get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Cousins. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. You look at this Niner defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the number 1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you've got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. To the air again, it's Cousins. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Here's Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings! K.J. Osborne, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Joseph on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it's polished off by a Viking score.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Chase Young in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Chase Young, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
Wishnowski on the punt as he sends this one away.
Taking on the midfield logo.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
This offense returns to the fold along with running back Alexander Madison.
It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd.
And they can't bring him down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Alexander Madison with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. This is Samuel. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Back to throw, Purdy. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Alexander Madison leading this Vikings offense out there to begin the next drive. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Cousins, meanwhile, has this complete to Madison. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Cousins on 3rd and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. Now 2nd and 5. Cousins again. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Vikings are able to add on to their first half lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it is 28-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Oh, what a move. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now Purdy. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Purdy from the gun.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And his kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25.
But trailing here in the first half still, but maybe, Charles, that'll help them get some momentum back. First the forced fumble, and then they're able to get a field goal out of it.
And down in the game, they came out and created their own opportunity on one side of the ball and did get points out of it, as you mentioned. Complimentary football right there as they try and bring this one back to even.
So we've come to half. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Purdy looking to throw on first down here.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Purdy looking to throw.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. That's taken on the 25. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches.
On the toss, Madison.
And some room to run now.
And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 24. 136 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First down. Here's Cousins. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he'll be out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. To throw, Cousins. Flush to his right. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
K.J. Osborne with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings just continue to roll. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear.
There he goes, right side. Now inside the 25, and he takes it all the way down to the 22. A big play there on the catch and run, 59 yards.
Purdy to throw it on first down. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Purdy now to throw off the play action. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers are able to cut into that deficit. Moody good with the extra point.
And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So here are the Vikings to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
23 yards on the play.
Well, up big with still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
An excellent play by Hargrave, who was a Pro Bowler in 2021 and was even better in 2022. Had his best year as a pass rusher with 11 sacks and was rewarded with a massive free agent contract.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kick by Joseph is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Joseph now to kick this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
One thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 43. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And that will come the offense as they take it.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Kene Nwangwu,
His first touchdown on the year.
and the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd down and 12.
Shotgun now with Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's to the 15.
Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 77 yards.
And the Niners get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's able to get this all the way to the... going out of bounds.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
On 3rd down, Cousins escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Nick Bosa able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, another big wrap up there by the reigning Defensive Player of the Year who led the league with 18.5 sacks in 2022. Became the second 49er and 10th player ever to win both that and Defensive Rookie of the Year awards during their career.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Play action. Now Purdy. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this. And that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
He'll take it at the 42. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
They run it with Chandler.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Here's Chandler on 2nd down.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
But I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Out of the gun, Purdy.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. 6 seconds remaining. They're going to burn their final timeout. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was
And that is going to fit. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this is going to be recovered in the end zone. And he's got a Super Bowl touchdown.
But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble. But when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close.
Well, on the one side, if you try to